Well, good evening, guys, and welcome back to the RDYUP Amateur League. This is the third season of the competition. I am your new caster, Louis2K. Welcome to everyone watching on twitch.tv live on this lovely Sunday evening. And welcome, one and all, to the new season. It is going to be our opening game here on Nuke. Manguste, the Italian team, taking on the Portuguese team in MDC. A great little opener to start off this new season. And I'll tell you what, a great little, if I be honest, I didn't expect to see this map pop up. We were just watching the veto when it was coming through just now, and we just heard that it was going to be Nuke. And we were just kind of thinking, hold on, who plays Nuke? Or the observer of this, shout out to Fraser who's observing MLG, I forgot what his Twitter name is, but shout out to Fraser who's observing this. He was saying to me, who vetoes Nuke? Or who picks Nuke in a best of one? I just want to apologise in advance. We don't quite have the X-ray working. But we've got a nice looking server. We've got a nice looking setup. All we need is some excellent action hit of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. If you are new, don't forget to hit up RDYUP on all of their social media. Visit their website, RDYUP.gg, short for RDYUP.gg. It says at the bottom of the screen now. I don't even have to read it out for you. And then the Twitter handle's the same, but without the dot. And also thanks to everyone who's subscribing with their Twitch Prime accounts. We do appreciate that. Yeah, we're just waiting for everyone to ready up and get all prepared, and hopefully we can bring you some excellent Counter-Strike action. I'm still really amazed that we're going to be starting on Nuke. Manguste, just to give you a bit of background, they're currently in ESEA this season, not really had the best season. They're currently 2-6, 2 wins, 6 defeats. And not really the best record to go from. MDC, I didn't really get enough time to find out enough from them. But all I know is we asked MDC to supply us with a Twitter, and they gave us their Facebook page. Shout out to Jay. Apparently I've been asked to give Jay a shout out, so shout out to Jay. Shout out to all the staff and everyone who sort of let me get involved, and I'm looking forward to this, and it should really be an exciting matchup. Of course, starting for the ninth round as per usual to determine the two teams. A lot of people have been saying to me, oh, if it's Nuke, it used to be CT side at least, but it is starting to become a little bit more T side. If you get your executes perfected, then you can work this out on the T side. Shiva's just going to, for now, just be running away and avoiding anyone. As I said, sorry, we don't quite have the X-ray in place, but we'll look into it. We'll get that sorted one day. And Shiva really is just trying to tease his opponents at this point. It is Manguste who have the man advantage in the ninth round. And, well, get your predictions in chat. Who you think is going to win? Is it the Italian team, Manguste, or is it the Portuguese squad in MDC? I say that Manguste are an Italian team. One of their players is actually Swedish. So, yeah, they're not quite a fully Portuguese team. Either way, it's going to be the CT side of Manguste. Well, I assume they're going to start CT side. It is Manguste who win the ninth round, and I'd expect them to stick CT side. I believe we are going to be sticking CT side. And that will be it then. Manguste of David, Scorpy Borzed, Abuzail and Velox against Shiva, Par, Dan, Forced, and Caben of MDC. Still better than a UK team. You don't quite escape all the UK people. You've got some UK staff managing this event, but we are on the way in the third season in this brand new league, and it is going to be a rush onto the A site for the T side of MDC. Shiva just for now clearing out the angles. The CT side actually, they find a kill each, but Pa and Dan, 2 excellent kills to secure the A site for them. David really just tapping away to find whatever he can at this point. Scorpy, he is here in the heaven position, but that is Dan who gets himself a second kill. It is David and Borzed, the 2 CT players, currently from the outside mini angle. One nice headshot as Shiva will fall. Now just ticking away to clear out all of the angles. It becomes a race against time for the CT side. Borzed finds another headshot. The CT side, they're finding the picks and they're making it work out. Dan and Pa, they just have to hide in heaven. Actually, the T side do clear it out. Dan and Pa, 2 headshots. And that's going to be round number 1 to MDC. The Observer said he had some cool cinematics for us, but I don't quite think we've got them. Hello, NC, welcome. The MDC side then will be forcing up an AK and an MP5 is among the purchases they've got this round. For the CT side, most likely just Nico around coming out. The outside controls what this T side are looking to acquire, and Velox completely ripped apart by Pan. Fours finding another kill. David, he now really feels the pressure. There's a second kill for Fours in there as MDC easily acquire this control. Scorpy said to try and tap anything away. Bomb goes down on the A site, and Dan is still outside here. They're just trying to find these picks, and Scorpy just had to do whatever he could. Nothing for him. A 2K for Shiva. But now, of course, the new economy changes mean that Manguste have a lot more money on our first. I want to say it's a first gun round, but it's not really a gun round with what the T side have got working for them in this round. They've got like some SMGs, and it's not really a great buyout for them. There was a scout and falls out for the CT side. And it is again just going to be the outside control, which MDC want to try and acquire. And for now, David EC isn't quite going to be allowed to find anyone just for now. Borzed just spamming away to find something, but that is K-Burn who falls in the early stages. And well, if you're the CT side so far, it's all worked out quite well for you. I'd say that nothing's really happened other than just the 1 kill they've got. But still, the squeaky control is where MDC are approaching the B site from, and well, definitely towards the B site they go. Fellows gets 1 Falls and Dan a headshot apiece as MDC find the kills and make it a 3-on-3 at this stage. And it is just the outside control. Oh, sorry, not the outside control, the vents control, which the T's have got, just clearing out the angles. They know at this point they've got the B site. Now Manguste have to try and retake the CT side, and Scorpy isn't able to find anything, nor is David actually a Bizzle. Can get himself 1, he's got himself an M4, and has to find himself 2 further kills to secure this round. 1 player in our plan, Fours. The other side there will just knock him apart. 3-0 to the Portuguese team, and that's a gun round, which Manguste have lost at this stage. And now they'll look to try and regain. Yeah, this is the first. It's not the first. Yeah, it's the first streamed game in this season. I believe it's just the first game being played all season. A full buyout from the T side, and all included in their buyout. Scorpy, he's going to get tagged down early on. David EC, he's going to fall instantly. And towards the outside angle, Caben was just trying to sneak in there from the mini position. Couldn't do anything. Pardo can find 1. Borzed, 2 important deagle shots. That shut down the push towards A. And now MDC, they're fully focused on the B site at this point. They're just going to be slow, just making sure they don't lose any information. All the CT players now focus, and Scorpy, the only CT player at this point, prepared to hold off this B push. And 47 seconds. They have to be quick and they really have to be careful because the Scorpions has been allowed to push out. Shiva falls down, forced. He's the player remaining at this state and he really can't seem to do a lot here. 1 kill. The other 2 players are low, but they've got the bomb as well. It's just going to be a one-on-one duel at this stage. And his opposition number isn't going to peak. 1 step. He peeks, he gets a kill. And now it's up to Borzed to at least save this round. It was a 3-on-1 for Forced. And he is starting to make it work out, but has to get the bomb down. He'll have time at least. But the CT side can win the round. Forced didn't have to peek that whatsoever and should have just planted safe. Manguste, they win that. I think that was an eco from the CT side. That was a really weird reaction. Me going, I've never done that before. So weird. 3-1 to the Portuguese team. A full buyout. I'm going to say this is our first gun round. A full buyout for both teams. And towards the A side, they're trying to push out. And the CT side, they did that quite well. Borzed got himself a 3k. And they've not quite lost the A site yet. Pushing out the bomb. Almost a mistake because Veloz was in heaven. Force was able to get the kill. Scorpion can trade out. Bomb goes down either way. And the CT side, a messy round. They can clean it out. And they'll find themselves in the second round. With thanks to a retake. Welcome to everyone who's watching. Hope you're enjoying this. MDC this round then will just be down to this Deagle pistol buyout of sorts. And it's not going to be any outside control which the T-side will be working towards. It is, for now, just the inside control. And towards the ramp area, it will be smoked off. So Manguste won't be allowed to receive any information from that angle. Borzed, he's pushed up quite long, however. And Hammer's Force has been able to push into Squeaky. The CT side completely unaware of what's happened at this stage. Focusing for now towards this A ramp position is where they're going to be pushing out. Scorpio, though, he can hold off 3 kills. And Abus gets himself 1. Force, he was a player who snuck outside into secret and he remains with just a D. It was only an eco round for the T side and it's not even looking like they'll be able to get anything out of this. And obviously the CT side have the bomb to work with. Forced. So it's going to try and be a little bit clever just to try and outplay his opponents. Want to just find someone and just going to go for any exit picks he can go for, really. There's not much he can do. David will just shut him down and AWP. That's what wins the round for the CT side. 3-3. Still the early stages. And a little shout out to the shed. I'm really sad. I've got my dinner here sitting next to me and I can't eat it because I've got to cast this. Really sad, and it'll be unprofessional if I did start eating it. This time it is going to be the outside control which Manguste want to, or they'll have to try and battle against. Dan, he's going to get the opening kill as David EC falls early on. Veloz, he was trying to hold off that push, and Dan has been allowed to push into the Squeaky angle. It's trades galore outside, and MDC, they had a 2-man advantage before Abu Zail found himself 1 from heaven. My dinner tonight is pasta. I've got some pasta for dinner. Thank you for asking. I love that noise. It's so amazing. 1 on the clock and still MDC. They're going to try and work with something. They've got the bomb to work with and they really seem to be relying on Shiva. What information can he receive? He's currently in hell when Busale is currently just watching from ramp. And I don't think they're going to be aware of that player in the upper angle for now. 30 seconds. MDC, they've now got to make a call and they've got to try and make something work. And Shiva's been allowed to get himself into heaven. And it's actually going to be the A site which MDC are now going to commit to. None of the CT players are currently watching this angle, actually. Abusale is in the trophy lobby area. And he'll hear the Molotov to relay to his teammates. But at least for now, MDC have got a bomb down and a bomb plant. Scorpio's the other CT player in the retake position. Abusale is going to just slowly try and peek out just to try and start clearing the angle. Shiva watching the hell position. Scorpy, he's in for a bit of a surprise up there. Now goes Scorpion, and at the same time, Abusale can fall. Falls finally the kill, and MDC back in this lead. Yeah, my Twitter @ is Louis2K_. I've got the underscore on my Twitter. Yeah, someone took something else. It's bad. Completely unrelated. You should follow RDYUP on Twitter, however. I'll keep you occupied on all the games that go on here in the league. And talking about what's going on in the league, Scorpio finding the opening pick. Ballshead gets another kill. The CT hold this time is really good. Dan is trying to get some sort of recovery. And outside, he's been sandwiched in by two positions. Ballshead comes off on top. Bomb is down, however, on the site of beam. Parlo will find Ballshead. No further kills for him. Force, sorry, finds David, and they are going for the retake scenario. There's a second for Force, and apart from the other angle, can shut that down. All that remains is Scorpion. He's got an orb, and he's trying to make all the work happen. He's got himself 2 kills. Forces has to fall back and has to play with the time, really. Scorpion, he's got no time to work with. He'll get the kill anyway, but he'll fall and lose the orb. MDC, they cut it close, but somehow they win the round. And now that is the time when you want the pause. I don't know if it's an actual tactical pause, but a pause either way. And MDC, they came close, and you've got to give credit to Scorpio. He came so close there on that retake. He got the 2 kills of the AWP originally, and pushing in, he looked so dominant on site. All Force had to do was just hold it off. And Force did what he had to do. So unlucky. I can now eat my pasta, someone in chat said. So I will do. But yeah, if you are joining us, do follow the Twitch. And do follow... I don't want my console open. My pasta's all cold now. It's not that nice. It's alright. I'll somehow find a way to eat this pasta. It's okay. I'm a professional now. I'm not going to do that, actually. That makes me seem really bad. No, don't follow the bad version of me. The Twitter me has an underscore. I'm not promoting the other Twitter. I don't know who owns it. As soon as if I ever get verified on Twitter, I can go up to Twitter and say, hey, can I have an actual Twitter name that isn't damaging for my reputation. Inhale my pasta. I don't think I want to do that either. Actually. 9 kills for Ballshead at the top of the leaderboard. 14 kills for Force. He's done so much work in the early stages for this for the T side, sorry. And yeah, I wasn't able to find much information on MDC. I believe they're definitely a Portuguese roster of sorts. But I forgot what MDC is short for. I saw it on like Malucas de Costume. That's the furthest my Portuguese goes. And I would search him on ESEA, but you know, Malucas de Costume. I saw something on Twitter about one of these sides being a Fortnite team, but I think it's Manguste. Like, I added them on Twitter, and they seem to be like it recommended something to do with Fortnite. So Manguste, they've got links with Fortnite as well. This time, it's going to be the silo and upper control, which MDC are going to be working with, and these CT Manguste players really aren't going to be aware of this. Either way, it is Fours who gets himself 2 kills, 2 pivotal openers, and a third actually to strengthen his team's hold. Scorpio remains. It was a pistol buy from the Italian roster, and they won't even be able to do any kills whatsoever. Forced with a 4K, and MDC with their 6th round. Is there actually going to be a Fortnite League? MDC is short for Man Don't Care. Oh dear. A full bar then for both sides. No AWP this time for either roster. And the CT side really don't have that much utility to work with going into this round. It is, for now, just the outside control which they will be working with. And Ball's Edge just trying to spam through this door to find whatever he can do. Won't find anything, but his opposing number will know there's someone there. And again, MDC are working with the outside control. The smokes have just allowed them to push into the B tunnel area. And it is going to be the 2 players sort of approaching from the same angle. And Borzad really wanted to find a kill from that angle and wasn't really being given much of a chance realistically. Bomb for now. It's going to be working its way towards the B site. There was 1 player on site for Manguste. Whether it's enough for now, we don't know. But no casualties within the first minute of this round. No one invents whoever's observing, so please change that. Here comes a push, however. The T side have great entry actually by Dan. Shiva's also going to fall, but they've still not found Scorpio yet up here on the railing position. He can only get himself 1. The T side can clean up, and well, MDC didn't even have to get a bomb plant. The execute just onto the site was enough to win them the round. Manguste win it. Sorry, Manguste lost the round. MDC have a 7-3 lead. And you know what? I'm happy to eat cold pasta later. You know what? I don't mind that. I ate some garlic bread just now. That's a start. It's something I can work with. Just a 1 smoke this outside this time from the MDC lineup again. They're just stacking players all over the map, realistically. Forced. He'll find the opener as Velox falls early on. And David EC, he's not actually been spotted yet. Four's also going to be pushing out, and it's just a game of trades at this point. David EC is going to be allowed to push in, but it's going to be a great actual execute in the end as Four's eventually finds David, and Abu Ali he also falls. Scorpio remains against 4. Down the bomb goes on the A site. And Scorpio's just going to be smoked off in heaven, as you do, mate. And he's just going to back away as well. Bomb down on MBC. They're not pushing for the kill. They're not trying to lose too much information. And even if Scorpio fell at this point, it wouldn't be much he'd be losing. Come on, guys. Fortnite's not that great, is it? Oh. Scorpio is going to be allowed to save his deal. He did get spotted at the end there by the escaping MDC players. And then MDC do have an 8-3 lead. And this time it will be a double AWP setup brought out by the CT roster. I just want to see where these AWPs are being played. So both of them actually are going to be utilised towards outside. Scorpio, this time looking towards the side position. His teammate David is for now watching towards the container crates. The utility really is quite delayed. David EC, a little gap for that smoke. Could be gifted a chance really to get a kill. And MDC, they're allowed to cross over. And they're easily allowed to push into the squeaky angle. Borzad, he'll also find a player in the lobby position over towards A. And Shiva, sorry. It's going to be allowed to get a kill either. Felox also going to find a kill. CTs, you know what? They're making this work out quite nicely. Forced and K-Ben. They remain, and now it's just K-Ben with an AK in hand. The CTs for now, they've done all they had to do and looking good on their side. The really sad thing about Nuke is it's difficult as an observer and a caster to see what's going on the minimap. Because you've obviously got the two floors in this level. Makes it a bit difficult. 20 seconds. K-Ben really at this point just has to do whatever he can and wasn't allowed to find anything whatsoever. Scorpy cleaned up. And it is another round eventually for the Italian team. Now MDC, they've seen the AWP being used last round and they will get an AWP out this round. Still, the money's been quite good. It's been quite respectful for the MDC roster. They haven't quite lost anything for now. And again, just a little bit of a default play coming in. MDC wanted to get something towards the ramp angle. And Felox for now will be just holding it off. WDC watching from outside. Spots a play. Did he spot a player across? What is that actually? By Force. A nice shot actually. And as MDC have been able to do, they've been using these smokes. We saw them actually used by Astralis at the major. So maybe a bit of inspiration came from that. Felox, he was pushed up a way to aggressively park and get the kill. And still, two CT players are there. And they're going to be ripped apart. Ballzed's going to have to do so much work on the site. Here is the site which MDC are now going to be committing to. And I say they're going to be committing to it. They are now falling back towards the A site at this stage of it. So they got the kills towards A. Ballzed is in position. Scorpy in the hell angle. But now surely Scorpy hears the utility being used on the safe site. And the Molotovs are just slowing him down completely. All the Molotovs using that position. Par is going to fall. The CTs are finally getting something out of this round. There was an AK for Ballzed. And he doesn't seem to be overly committing to it, nor is Scorpio at this stage. What? Just ripped apart. A nice kill by Forced. And now Ballzed remains and has to back away with his weapon in hand. Malukas de costume. Get themselves round number 9. And on the T side, looking ever so good. And the CT, as I said right at the start, if you get your executes perfect on the T side here, it works out so nicely for them. And the CT side have really been struggling to respond at this stage. It's going to be an eco buy for the CT side. Again, just the outside control being abused by the CT side this time. And a team kill, what? Silver just team killed K-Ben, and it doesn't really matter either way because they're getting the kills, but suddenly it's a one-on-one. Abu Sale is left against Par, who got himself 2 early kills, and the bomb is with this CT player as well. And it's going to be down to timing to see who wins this and who peaks at the right time. Honestly, this is actually insane, and I feel the Manguste player was hurt at this stage. And he's predicting this so well, but obviously I wasn't quite in that position for now. Pardo was smart. He heard the footsteps and he's gifted a free, easy kill. There's round number 10 for the MDC side. And Manguste, they've saved for this last round, so they'll have to try and get something this round, really, to ease less pressure going into the second half. It's going to be a FAMAS and a lucky utility, really, for Manguste in this round. It is the last round, and a round which they need to find something realistically against a full armoured, a full AK'd team. And Scorpion's going to be able to find the opening kill, however, for the CT side. So They don't have as much utility for the push. Bored! What a nice kill that is on Dan. Just completely ripped apart on Borzed. It's going to be kept alive for now, but the push towards the A site, they're still committing to despite all these casualties. And Paul found himself 2 kills, Abuzi. And Phlox, the 2 players left to save the round from against Manguste. The nades are raining in both angles, and Silver finds another kill. It becomes a 1-on-1, and the bomb still isn't down for the T side at this stage. Shiva is going to be allowed to back away and just rotate towards B at this stage. The remaining T player, or the remaining CT player, won't be expecting this, and is just so pinpointed onto that angle, so focused on it. Now with 35 seconds, will MDC do enough to clean out this first half in quite a convincing fashion, realistically? Phlox is now aware. But no defuse kit either means he has to play this relatively quickly and go for it ASAP. Great little push in, however. But he does have to find Shiva just holding the upper angle. I feel like the T-side of play will have this. Phlox just clear out angles, and Shiva, he knew exactly where he was. A great kill at the end, and an 11-4 half for the MDC roster. So this Italian team will be desperate to get this pistol round, really, to kickstart any hopes of getting something out of this opening game here in the RDYUP League. Welcome, of course, to our 2nd season of this event. Oh, sorry, this is the 3rd season. And for Manguste, a quick play towards the A side, maybe towards the vents, but no, they're actually just doing the exact same thing that their opponents did in the opening round. And Manguste, they're finding all these picks. I don't know where our observer's gone, which means I'm left to observe. 5 on 3. And you see, they don't have a defuse kit either, really, on the retake scenario, which will force them to, again, just speed up the play. Borzed, who hasn't been found yet, is a game of trades at this stage, and Borzed, he can get the last 2 kills. A great clean-up, Manguste. They've got the pistol round, and how far will they take it? Also, shout out to everyone who's been subscribing to the channel and donating bits. All your donations and everything are much appreciated. MDC, they're not overly committing even to a purchase of everything in this first round. Now, it's going to be pistols for the MDC team. Just the 1 nade remains at this stage after this early set of utility gets used. Manguste trying to do whatever they can. 3 players for now outside, 2 still in the nuclear building, the nuclear power plant. Of course, this map is set. Caban falls. The team who are forced out so far doing all the work they have to do. Par's also going to fall, thanks to the Mac 10 of Abuzel. And 4's a nice idea just to sneak up from the vents, but it really wasn't going to work for him. That's the A site now. Pretty much secured. Shiva trying to do the same thing his teammate did as well, and isn't going to be allowed to. Dan has a ZZ and a big dream to get something out of this round. But I think we all know that Manguste have essentially secured round number 6 at this stage. 1, 2, what nice headshots those are. And this could be the start of something not quite in mind, but still 2 nice casualties for the MDC side, who will now be able to reinvest and get something going to this round. A couple of M4s being brought out. The AK is also coming out from Manguste. And just the 1 weakness they've... Oh no, I thought David was going to treat it as a bonus round, but it's going to be a full AK barrel from the T side. We've got 2 rounds in a row so far. Doesn't sound like much, but the 2 key rounds that could essentially get your economy kick-started and going again. Par's the only player of a kit for the MDC side, and That's quite worrying, realistically. They don't really have a lot of utility either left at this stage. It's only been 25 seconds and the CT side have no utility whatsoever. Forced. Quite a push-up angle and a good headshot he can gain from that. RDYUP can at least get a trade kill. For now, Manguste haven't quite committed the bomb anywhere just yet. Abuzale gets himself another kill and Velox gets the another. And that's the A site, which is now going to be brought up here. Dan gets one and Force are going to find a second actually. This round isn't quite over yet and MDC, they're not quite done yet. Force gets the kill through the smoke. Such a tight angle and he does make it work out. MDC, they've got the first round and Manguste, they've now been reset. And that's a dreadful time to be reset as well because the CT side are going to be able to get a relatively nice buyout. Manguste made a late call to actually invest. There was an AK out for the T side. And again, they want to try and abuse this outside control. It's a part of the map which the CTs don't really have much control over. Especially if Forbes is left alone in this position is so critical. And how is he able to do that? One nice kill there from the outside. And just know there's a second player nearby as well, just teasing with him. There's two players actually in Borzed. We'll find the kill. 3-on-3 left in 2. And there's still shotgun out for the MDC roster. So you can't quite count out Manguste from this round as of yet. My voice is dry and I've not got a drink. How good am I? Slow down of the pace really at this stage. It does look to be the A site where they want to try and hit out on. When I say A, they, I do of course mean Manguste. And it's so annoying, like, trying to just observe without this X-ray here. Pass is going to push in, and a great time to get one kill, but instantly traded out. Scorpio down to 6 HP. Caben should find this kill here. And we'll find Scorpion. That's the bomb dropped in the CT territory. Abuzale left against 2. Has to go for the bomb plant, really. One player outside. Has time to go for the plant as well. Pushing him. He'll get the bomb plant, but nothing else. The MAC-10 doing the work. And in the end, a successful round for MDC. I was going to say a successful retake, but it wasn't really much of a retake either. The players were just there. They just let him plant in. Considering they got that bomb plant, they've really not gained that much money, and they're going to be on a bit of a loss bonus. And it's a bad time to have this loss bonus because 13-6 down, you really have to try and get some rounds going sooner. And it's going to be Shiva getting 2 kills outside. I'm looking for that third kill as well. We're all behind Borzed. I almost thought he flicked onto Velox as well. Velox is going to fall, however. Abuzale gets himself 2. But heavily low. Shiva has a chance for an ace, and I say that Abuzale did more damage than I expected him to be able to get. Shiva gets the ace, and it is just 2 rounds away from MDC opening their opening Ready Amateur League game. Interesting fact about this season, the reigning champion, the previous winner, FBI, as someone said to them to me in TeamSpeak, they won the first 2 seasons of this, but they're not actually returning in this or in this league. Their team disbanded, so it'll be time for a new champion, and this could be where a new champion is made. Shiva finding the opening pick and is allowed to get another kill despite just being left out in the open. RDYUP and Abuzale are the 2 players which remain for the Italian team, and one nice flick there by David to pin down one MDC player. How many more players can they find realistically at this stage? Another kill. And Dan just going to fall. We'll find the kill. with the Mac 10, that shotgun. Still doing the work. David had to get an ace, really. Match point for MDC, and what a comfortable game it's really been for them at this stage. 26 kills for Force at the end of going into the last round. 20 for par. Scorpius can't lead the top fragger for the Italian team. And if you've got 18 kills and... Sorry. Yeah, if you've got 18 kills and you still lose 6-5, you've at least got players who are fragging. So that's not a bad sign for Manguste, that they are able to get these frags. And lots of these round wins have been down to the wire. So it's been quite close, but the Portuguese team have been looking the stronger throughout. Furlox is going to find the opener, however, to swing things in the favour of Manguste. And it's a horrible map to have to commentate on without X-Ray. I hope we can get X-Ray sorted. Still not going to stop me from casting it. It's a nice little setup. And everyone here is nice and ready. League. Par doing damage to Ball Z, who is going to be allowed to survive. And Ball Z really wanted to find another kill there. Is traded out by David EC. 4-1-3. The Italian team have the advantage. And Caben, he's going to be prepared, but it's just that tight situation of who's going to really peek around these corners at the right time. Caben is going to gain himself another kill, but Force can trade out instantly. I don't know where the weapons have gone on him, but still, MDC now have regained that player advantage to work with, and they've been closed in on for Manguste. It was a round they should have won, really, and it has all fallen apart for them. There's MDC of the first win of the RDYUP Amateur League Season 3. And a great little start for the Portuguese team. 18 kills in the end for Forced. Only 12 deaths. The least deaths of the team. And that's not bad. Commiserations to Manguste, who not out of the league yet. They've still got loads more games to go yet. And yeah, an enjoyable fixture to really watch. Thank you to those of you who have joined us in chat. We hope you've enjoyed this first broadcast. And we will be returning later in the week for some more action. Do follow this Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Louis2K_. Of course, all the links to follow and visit RDYUP.gg are all below the Twitch stream. Thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you all very soon.